Today on LakerTV, a story about parents in prison and how it can have a long-lasting effect on students. We'll give you a tour of our new vocational school building, and we'll take a look into another way you can help our community. All that and more on today's LakerTV. Welcome back to LakerTV. We hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I know I sure did. What about you, Bria? I did too, and now I'm just counting down the days till Christmas break. Definitely. Our lead story today is about a new home for some of our students. For many years, the Area Technology Center was located next to Murray High School, and our students were bused there every day. This year, the Vocational Center has a new building, new equipment, and a new location. Producer Mallory Halava and Kenna Frederick take you on a tour of the new building located not too far from our campus.
Career needs in the nation are growing.
The first year for students at the old Calloway County Area Technology Center was 1971. 2016 was a year for change.
Okay, your area tech centers, there's 53 across the state, and we work for Office of Career and Technical Education out of Frankfort. What we're trying to work through now, we've Hal Heiner and Governor Bevins have released a $100 million grant that we have applied for about $680,000 worth of new equipment, furniture and stuff throughout the school. And so if we can upgrade all of our classes and even open a new class, then we'll have more to offer our students. Plus we'll be more current with career needs in the communities.
We have a lot more room than the other one did, because like whenever we'd all come in here, since we have a lot of people in there in our class, we'd all be cluttered around, not being able to like cook our food all at once. But now since we have all these tables, we'll be able to cook it all at once.
A lot of people like the new facility, as far as it's bright and it's cheery, and we've got it's a new building. Plus a lot of the windows, we've got a lot of windows in this school. A lot of people like it where they can see outside. You're not always closed up in a box.
It's a little smaller than the old building, but it's a lot more organized, and it's very clean in here. I took all the carpentry classes, so I wanted to find something else. I was in culinary, but I switched to machine tool, and I thought I'd do this as a career once I graduated.
And then we have to write what
it may sound weird, but that's how it's supposed to be. So
I like being here because there's a lot of room, as you can tell, and we're a lot more organized being here. It's huge. I love having all the room to work and move. My aunt is in the nursing field, and she told me that every day there's somebody that's going to need your help and somebody that's going to need you to take care of them. So I was like, that's very true, and I love to work with people, so I chose to be in here.
Well, when it comes to something like college basketball, you'll often find Kentucky at the top of the rankings. But unfortunately, the state of Kentucky leads the nation in some undesirable categories, such as childhood obesity and smoking, and the number of young people who have parents in jail. In fact, the numbers are staggering. Today on LakerTV, producer Brandon Burkhart and reporter Josh Bailey bring you the story of the situation that hits home for one of our students of our own.
It was definitely hard for me to understand why they weren't always in my life like all my other friends' parents were. Like I went over to their house and I saw they're all happy family and their parents together and everything, and I always wondered like, oh, why aren't my parents like that?
This is Michaela, a senior who attends Calloway County High School. Like other students, she has had her fair share of challenges going through school, like getting good grades and showing up for class on time. However, unlike the rest of us, she has had to go through this without the support of her parents.
So my dad and my mom have always been like in and out of rehab, in and out of jail, prison, like saw all types of different stuff. Like when I was real young though, like I don't really vaguely remember just because I've been so torn between all different types of like my grandparents, my mom, my dad. Because my mom and my dad have been divorced since I was like 3.
Stories like this are very familiar to Calloway County Sheriff Sam Steger.
I think the charge that that is predominant in a lot of what we see in this situation probably is drug related.
The incarceration of Michaela's parents forced her to confront challenges that are unfamiliar to most students.
When I hit about like 3rd grade is when I started definitely going off the deep end and not really caring about school, just mainly because I was set to the standard that I would always be like my parents, most likely. Some of my friends' parents do judge me just by like what my parents have been through and don't really take into like how I am.
Michaela's story is only one among 130,000 kids in the state who are in the same situation. According to a recent study, 13% of Kentucky students have had a parent in jail. That means Kentucky leads the nation in the highest percentage of children who have a parent incarcerated, doubling the national average. Sheriff Steger says that while the number in Kentucky is increasing, it is not an accurate representation of Calloway County.
Could it be a better reflection of our bigger cities, you know, Louisville or Lexington or somewhere, you know, like that? Maybe so, where the crime rate might be higher, but I don't think that's a reflection of here in Calloway County, no.
According to the National Conference of State Legislatures, children who experience their parents getting incarcerated have a higher chance to do poorly in school, suffer behavioral problems, and have problems socializing with others.
It's all about, to me, the environment that they're brought up in. You know, if that's the norm for them to be brought up in that environment, I believe that their chances of being incarcerated themselves when they become an adult is higher. You know, they're higher at risk for that.
However, Michaela is determined to make her experience change her for the better.
You can take from what your childhood was and take it as a negative point in your life and go in a wrong direction, or you can look at it as a positive and just take the good out of it and learn from your parents' mistakes and not go down that road that they went down. Once I got older and understood, it made me want to stay in school, go to college, and be the first to actually go to college in my family and graduate and pursue something with my life and actually have a career.
By the way, Michaela is now studying in Callaway's night school program and working towards graduation in May with the rest of her senior class. We want to say thank you, Michaela, for sharing your story with us. And great job bringing us this story, Brandon Burkhart. Well done. Coming up shortly, the Mannequin Challenge finds the LakerTV studio. And Kaylee and Madison are back with the latest edition of The Current. Plus, here's what else is standing by on today's show.
You can do more with fall because you're not freezing, so you can kind of bring in some of your summer pieces too.
Just help people. Our community needs lots and lots of assistance. Food is one of the most important things you can give.
Lakers, it's Madison McCallum.
And Kaylee Colson. It's finally time to take a look at something of a fantasy for some gamers.
Get on your chocobos, we're going for a ride.
Square Enix has done it again, and again, and again, and again. Another Final Fantasy game is in our midst. Wait, before you groan, take a leap of faith. This one looks as good as Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy XIII.
The game has been hyped up for 10 years, believe it or not. First revealed in 2006, the concept of Final Fantasy XV has been swimming around Square Enix for quite some time. And finally, after waiting 2 extra months, it's here.
In Final Fantasy XV, you'll play as young Prince Noctis and travel through an open, immense, and incredibly detailed world. Minimal loading screens required. Your mission? Find a magical crystal to save your kingdom and fiancé.
And maybe goof off a bit. Fight some giants, ride some chocobos, throw some moogles, sleep a lot.
You'll be accompanied by 3 of Noctis's friends, each with their own personalities and customizable accessories. They're not playable, unfortunately, but since you'll be together for most of the game, I doubt you'll miss much excitement.
You also have the ability to customize Noctis' sweet ride, Regalia. Anyway, which will later be transformable into a plane.
What a car.
Final Fantasy was released on November 29th, 2016 on both Xbox and PlayStation for about $60. Anyone can come pick up this game and play it. Seeing as each game is essentially set in a different universe, you don't have to know the old games to enjoy this one. Final Fantasy was released this past Tuesday, which means you can go out and get the game right now.
I have the game and it is awesome. I played it all night last night.
You're really excited, aren't you?
Indeed I am. I feel like I've been waiting for 84 years.
Anyways, see you next week, Lakers.
While most of us see Needline as just another food pantry, those less fortunate see it as hope. Hope that they'll have electricity for the month, hope that they won't get evicted from their apartment, and hope that they will have food for the next meal. LakerTV goes behind the scenes to look at what truly goes into being a caseworker at Needline.
Just help people, you know, in anything you can do.
Jeannie Mathis has only been working at Needline for a month now, but she says what she has learned in these past few weeks has opened her eyes to a lifetime of change.
It helps you to see sometimes where the needs are in your community. I've only been in this job about 3 weeks, but it's opened my eyes to so many needs that are available in this community for people that need help and that need our assistance. Sometimes it seems overwhelming at the things that you try to spread your money out so far as sees how far it will go, but it's our community needs lots and lots of assistance. Food is one of the most important things you can give.
While most of us think that donating to Needline stops at food, you can help out in little ways too. Whether it's donating your time or donating food, every little bit helps.
You can always donate food, you know. There's always canned goods that you can donate. There's always time that you can donate. We like to have students here to help us work. You don't have to donate lots and lots of hours. Sometimes you can donate just a few hours.
But most importantly, Mathis says the easiest way students can help out in the community is to be kind. After all, kindness is free.
There are probably students in your own school that you don't realize need help. They're too proud to admit it, or it would be embarrassing for them to admit it. But there are people all around us that need help every day. And so as students, it's important that you don't look down upon those people, that you try to help those people, and especially be kind to one another.
For LakerTV, I'm Kaylee Anderson.
Needline could always use your donations, no matter how small, and they especially need your help restocking shelves during the busy holiday season. So next time you go to your grocery store, just pick up an extra canned food or two and drop it off at their location. They're located in Murray near the Playhouse and the park entrance. If you haven't noticed yet, the leaves have fallen and the weather has changed. So ladies, what will you be wearing this season? The folks at Murray's Whispering Tree Boutique help us take a closer look into the fashion trends of 2016 and what's necessary for looking good, even when it's cold.
This season it's all about booties. Everyone loves booties. Blanket scarves are still pretty big. A lot of the cross neck is really big right now, so that's pretty much booties and lots of cross neck. Scarves are always a big thing, so I think shoes and jewelry are probably the biggest thing that I would say. I think shoes are always a must. must have. And then any kind of jewelry, you can always do a lot with jewelry. That's something that every outfit, you can always find different jewelry to go with it. So I think shoes and jewelry are big. You can do more with fall because you're not freezing, so you can kind of bring in some of your summer pieces too. So with fall, there's a lot more that you can do. You have a lot more freedom to be creative, and with the winter look, you're more trying to be warm more than anything. So with fall, it's kind of a good transition time to dress cute, but a little bit warm, but not too much.
Hey Bria, I bet you'd like to see some of those things under your Christmas tree.
Oh yeah, I would really like to see those blanket scarves for sure.
Those are a must-have. Laker TV wants to know, what's your letter to Santa this year? We're asking you to respond to our latest Twitter survey, and here's the question. What's on the top of your Christmas wish list? Is it electronics, clothing, jewelry, or gift cards?
And if you're not already following us on Twitter, why not add us today? We're at Calloway Live on your Twitter feed.
And here's what's going on this weekend in Lakerland. Tonight, the Laker girls basketball team travels to Mayfield, and the Laker boys play St. Mary Saturday night.
And both the archery team and the wrestling team are on the road this weekend too, so good luck to all.
And hang in there, guys. There's only 10 more days until Christmas break. See you next time on Laker TV.